What's up, guys? Winner Kills here. Welcome back to another post-commentary duel video. Today we've got Infernoid Zoodiac going up against Cubic. I'm playing on the left. My friend Adam playing on the right. He actually put Cubics together just for the hell of it. He had the entire deck, so he figured, well, why not just put it together and see what it's like. He was still missing some cards at the time. I think he was missing some Dark World Dealings, which I think is one card that you should play in the deck, but he was just playing it without it just to kind of see how it worked out, and didn't end up, going entirely wrong. But yeah, you guys will see how it all plays out here in the video here today. As you notice, we're playing on the custom Winner Kills playmats. Ended up giving away 4 of those for 4,000 subscribers. I wanted to record a couple matches using both of them, like a feature match type setup. So it does look really, really good. I'm really glad with how they turned out. And again, congratulations to all the winners. You guys know who you are. We'll be shipping those playmats out probably the week that I'm recording this. We just got some pretty bad snow. So we'll see how the shipping situation goes. But we'll be definitely trying to ship them out this week regardless. That is the plan. So yeah, we'll go first turn Zoo Combo Nakagatsuchi to mill 5. Dryden Invoker set back row looking pretty good. The only thing that could really make this first turn board better is I would say a Void Feast, but I don't think I had any cards to discard. And the episode of the lab went up yesterday. From when I'm making this, a lot of good feedback. A lot of you guys had some suggestions. As I run into a Drowning Mirror Force, was not expecting the Drowning Mirror Force. So we just took a major L right there. Puts all my extra deck stuff back. It is what it is. And at this point, when I normal summoned my rat, yeah, it looks like I did. I definitely forgot to send my Zoodiac combo. I've been doing that so much. Is forgetting to cut Zoodiac combo. Or not cutting it, but sending it off the normal summon. I'm just so used to, normal summon rat, going to combo, and just kind of forget the rest of the deal. And there's Spiritual Swords Revealing Light, which I recently bumped up to 3. I've made a lot of changes in my build since you guys saw the last profile. Infernoid Zoodiac becoming one of my main decks at the moment. Made quite a few changes in the build. One of those changes was adding a 3rd Spiritual Swords Revealing Light. A lot of guys suggested that I cut that card down to like 2 or just in general, which I don't know. It's really, really good, especially since you're milling a whole bunch of cards. And if you don't see anything really too good, it can save your ass sometimes, just so they can't attack you directly that turn. Have to Radiant his Cubic Nova Master, whatever it's called. That thing is insane. Ensure to bounce back my own Kaiju for defense later on, which I actually ended up using that in a feature match, which you guys will see at some point in the future to help me win. Really, really good. Like, it was such a good play to be able to summon Ensure to bounce back your Kaijus to use them again at a later date. Not later date, I don't even know what I'm saying. Later point in time in the duel. It gives you that security. Whatever they bring out, so long as they can't kill me, I can easily get rid of it. He goes Standby Phase Max C, good call. I go Void Feast. You can see my Jet is banished over there, so I can't do the 6-1-1 combo, the usual good combo that you'd make. So I set Void Feast and passed. Over to him in Standby Phase. He changed Max C again, because he's got 2 this time. I think he did. And then my Decatron sends a Nunku for the spell trap negation. And I don't think he did Max C again. That might have been my bad. It looked like he Max C'd again. But I've got a spell trap negation and 2 DD Crows. He summons the Cubic Seed for another one. And I'm not really too sure what all the Cubics do, but the level 4 one that came out in the gold movie pack, that one can be dangerous because if you use that one to crash, it ends up Foolish Barreling another Cubic Trap card, which you can then banish to summon another Cubic, and then when that dies, you can Foolish another cubic trap card to summon out another one. And then if you summon out the last one, which is different than those three, I'm not sure of its exact name, but if you do that, you can summon out all three again, and like, it has really explosive OTK powers. The one that, like, it gains like 3,000 attack, and it can attack like 3 times or something like that. And then the big guy, he attacks twice, and then during like the standby phase or whatever, both players take 3,000, so you technically only need to deal 6,000 damage with him, or somewhere upwards of that, just to be able to win, because he just does the extra 3k damage, you know, during the standby phase of the burn effect. That's why you got to be careful with cubics, because you can burn yourself to death. But it is a rather interesting deck. Rather interesting, to say the least. So right now we're counting cards, because I've got, I think grass looks greener in hand, and I will for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not too much, but you know, every little bit helps at this point in the game. So I'm reading over this guy. I know that the level 1 cubic C, they can't be destroyed by battle. So I summon a Tondel. So right now I'm trying to really go for game. Swing over for 22. And then he has, you know, Drowning Mirror Force again, so chain both DD Crows and banish both the cubic monsters in this graveyard. And if you were wondering what a good deck is that abuses Foolish Burial Goods right now, Cubics definitely takes the #1 spot, because a lot of their stuff gets, you know, they get a huge benefit from putting their spell and trap cards in the grave, especially their the 1 cubic trap card. It's got like a eyeball in the center of the artwork. It looks really weird. There's Cubic Karma, I think he sent to the grave, which is, I think, is a continuous spell. And there's the level 4 Cubic that I was talking about. Getting it off Summoner Monk, leaving an attack position. At this point, I'm going to use the other Spiritual Swords in grave, so I don't get OTK'd. Still got Tanky, and another set back row. I'm not sure what that set back row is. There's the cubic trap card engraved that he used to Foolish. And he's going to banish Cubic Karma to search the big cubic monster. So at this point, if I attack his level 4 cubic, it's basically going to start floating. And that's, I think, anytime it leaves the field. So I'm taking a read at it now. It's that one right there on top. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, is there a way I can banish it? Is there a way I can banish his cubic monster that's on the board? So I Radiant. Yeah, so I think it's anytime it leaves the field. So whether or not I would have summoned Sightsamus to banish it, you know, attacking over Summoner Monk, you would have still got to do the same effect, and you'll Foolish another the cubic trap card. And you can literally just float for days. Quite literally, actually. So I could summon a Tondel, I could attack into both his defensive monsters. Still not going to really get me, you know, too far. I could summon Sightsamus, I could summon Anunku, I could summon a lot of things. Checking the resources in the grave. I actually think my set card is Zoodiac Combo. I think that's what my set card is. And I just can't use it, which sucks, but... So I swing, banish Radiant. I want to leave his cubic on field. I don't want to get rid of it, because if I get rid of it, it's just going to trigger his cycle of effects. I want to gain a little bit more resources before he does that, or before I allow him to do that. So that way he can't set up his graveyard. Because once they set up that huge cubic play after floating for those 3 monsters, they have a lot of advantage. And that's something I really just didn't want to give him. And this is like one of my first times, I think my actual first time playing against Cubic, so if I made any, like, you know, horribly obvious plays for you Cubic masters out there, I apologize. So he goes to target Summoner Monk. and I banish it in response, so he does not get a chance to summon it out. He's left with Norden and his level 4 Cubic. At this point, I think if he were to overlay and detach it, he would not get the effect of float, so he does not want to do that. So I think he just lets his Norden die in the end phase, hoping he could use the Norden effect to revive something. He'll just let it die in the end phase. Yep. At this point, I've got a lot of options in grave, so I go for the Etondel. I'm trying to be more aggressive. I'll let him float. I'm going to make him try and burn through some resources here. Turn 1, he banishes the trap card. Summons out another one. Foolish is another trap card. There it is. And I swing again, and he activates another effect. Banishing the trap card again, which I wish I really knew the name, but... Summoning that guy. One weird looking card. But basically what this guy does is he can summon, I think, up to... I believe it's like 3 of the same cubic monsters from your graveyard at some point during the duel. And, which he does, he has 3 of the level 4 in there, I'm pretty sure. Either that or I might have banished one earlier on. But basically its effect, it summons 3 of those, and if it does, it gains 1,000 attack for each, and it can attack 3 times. So that's 9,000 damage if you got an open board. Like, that's a lot of damage. Sightsmith only has 2,800 attack, and his only other ability is to get himself off the field. So at this point, I'm kind of worried. There's a Raigeki, and I chain to banish the level 4 out of grave, so he cannot use that monster's effect. At least a full power. And that also has 0 attack and 0 defense, so right now he's not a threat, but he definitely can become a threat. So it's something I was trying to look out for. And I really was hoping he wouldn't drop the Crimson Nova Master 3,000 attack dude that's like unaffected by card effects or whatever. Real pain in the ass. Real pain in the ass. That card, when that card comes down, it's basically like a High Priestess of Prophecy. You summon it by revealing 3 different cubic cards in your hand, and just continues to fuck shit up from there. So it's basically like a New Age Priestess when you think about it. Void Vanishment activated. Discarding for cost. Discarding a Nuku doesn't really too matter. Doesn't matter too much, I should say. Hits it with the MST, but a Nuku can, you know, work fine either in hand or grave. So I pass. I see no immediate threats. I think I have the option to summon. I think at that point I had an option to summon Infernoid in grave, but I just didn't want to. Just rather let him see what kind of field he can make. And there's the level like 10 guy. 3 freaking different cubics revealed. And there's instant fusion, which he cannot use. He thought he could use it, but he had forgotten that he had already used Norden, so I was like, get that shit out of here. He's trying to show me that he had game, but he doesn't. Right at this point, like, Cubics is just sort of outpacing me, and part of it I can only, you know, think is my incorrect knowledge of knowing how to play against Cubic, which is a lot of times what it comes down to. And I think he ended up like tributing it away his 2 other monsters for this new guy here, the level 3 fire. Which is interesting. Maybe I can't summon an Infernoid. Maybe I don't have enough materials in grave. Maybe I was hoping to get a Void Feast, put more stuff in the graveyard, summon out the level 4 guys, a level 3, a level 1, a level 4, just to get more fodder in grave, but the MSC really must have hurt at that point. Setting Max C, you know, I'm really in a tough position at this point. And I'm pretty sure that set card, like I said, is Zoodiac combo. Yeah, it was. So yeah, he's going to take game 1 after a long-ass grind game. I'm going to go into game 2 here, open up Zoo combo. This time, before I grab the extra deck, I remember to send Zoodiac combo to the graveyard for its late game purposes. I go full Zoo combo. He says, you know, I don't got any responses, just go ahead and do the whole combo. So I end up going for it. You know, Borbo into Broad Bowl, you know, or to Tigermort into Broad Bowl. Detach to summon, detach to search, go into Dryden, detach to summon. You know, add Whiptail in the process, summon both rats. And then I get a free rank 4. I either go Emerald or Kagetsuchi, but this time I go Kagetsuchi. I get a Fairy Tale Snow Engrave. I usually equip Whiptail at the start, at the end of the play. I suppose you could, like, wait to do that during your opponent's turn, but, like, I figure they know I have it already, so there's no, like, you know, real shock factor to it. And he summons the motherfucking Floater. This card was, like, the bane of my existence. It's such, like, a volatile combo. He sends Cubic Karma, banishes Cubic Karma to add the level 10 Cubic Crimson Nova Master, I think is his name. I'm probably still getting it wrong. Reveals 3. And at this point, I'm like, oh shit. Because I can't pop it with Dryden. I can't Fairy Tale Snow it. There's not much else I can do. And now he's going to activate this card, which halves Kagetsuchi's attack and adds that attack onto his monster. But I use Dryden to try and get him off the field so he can't target it, which I think is what he ended up, which I think is how it ended up working out. But he ends up swinging for damage and more damage, and then next standby phase or whenever he ends up burning me for game. So yeah, and I think next turn I was drawing Kumungus, which would have been really cool, but it was a turn too late, so it doesn't matter. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video here today. Cubic's taking the match 2-0. Yeah, like my first time playing against Cubix, I probably did make a few mistakes here and there, but it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and as always, Winner Kills signing out. We'll see you in the next one.